I tried to record this song for half an hour yesterday, and I could not remember my shitty rewrite of this great song by Garfunkel and Oates. Check it out. It's called You, Me, and Steve. Well, this one's called Who, Me, and Steve. Week or so, I've started watching 11th Doctor. I started off with the terribly over-sentimental Van Gogh episode, which was unfortunate, but then I moved on to a nice episode that left me crying for 20 minutes, so that was quite good. Yes. I was mainly crying because of the Star Trek II sad hands that were happening, but also because Doctor was being a betrayer, and I was basically sitting there watching like, liar. Yeah. We all get that reference.
I'm sorry. What are you doing? I lied to her, Rory.
Liar! But the thing about 11th Doctor is, while he's great, yes, he's written by Steven Moffat. I'm gonna say Moffat. And as we all know, Steve has clear gender equality issues.
Steve.
Now, for a much more nuanced analysis of these issues, there are a couple good articles I've read that really go through it pretty thoroughly. I'm going to put a link in the description. But in general, the issues have to do with the repetition regarding motherhood plots.
In this small segment, I made all of the ladies in the area pregnant.
Characters who are never really developed, that's not exclusively a female issue for Steven, and people whose lives revolve around men. I have to admit that I find the Rory character just as problematic in some aspects of his life, because he's basically the prototypical nice guy, just waiting around until the girl says yes. But at the same time, he still does have his own interests, such as nursing, and those are reflected in his character. So at least that's a bit more of a complex character than you see in Moffat's women.
Yeah, sometimes my lyrics are sexist, but you lovely bitches know should know I'm trying to correct this.
Now, the most troubling for me is the theme that is beginning to appear again with the latest companion, which is not exactly as blatant as it's been in past episodes. The man following the woman until she marries him, because that's called stalking. Now, I say that only because, like, the Doctor is clearly trying to follow this girl until she joins him in the TARDIS. She's like, leave me alone, and he's like, nope, not gonna do that. Edward Cullen. Does anyone else realize how 11th Doctor is the perfect composite of Edward and Jacob from Twilight? Because he's like a billion years old, 900 to 1200, or whatever his age range is, but still getting together with the younger crowd. And then, of course, there's the whole Renesmee plot. So, Jake Word's happening in Doctor Who, 11th Doctor. Mainly, before I even started watching 11th Doctor, I've just been obsessing with how we need a woman doctor. And don't call me crazy. This would be seriously amazing. Just picture a wonderful, awe-inspiring, vaguely asexual, hipster female doctor with a little, you know, a little hot boy toy as a companion to follow her every order. It'd be great. I sort of picture her as a younger version of Dame Evie in driving lessons.
I shall have to imagine your curiosity for you. You're a healthy 17-year-old boy. You're not, of course. But you take my point. You see an attractive woman living on her own. You wonder. Is she a roaring lesbian? Answer no. For your information, I've been married and divorced 3 times. Once to an actor, once to an English lord, and once to a Californian.
But I'm not even sure if this character is possible in our current media climates. If the character were to be of what Kate Mulgrew always refers to as childbearing age. But once I heard the name Tilda Swinton thrown around, yeah, she's the Doctor. She just is this alien doctor creature. I mean, that's who she is. But Steve's gotta go before any of that is even possible anyways, because he clearly has a hard time separating women from their reproductive potential, because he expressly disbelieves in the possibility of a woman heading off on her own without a man or romantic interest to guide her way for long periods of time. Solo traveler. So really, Steve, when you going? When you going? Bye-bye.
Why exactly?
What? Why?
Be more constructive with your feedback, please.
Remember to check out the description for the links to articles, the original songs parody is based off of, and any copyrighted clips I've thrown in here retrospectively during the editing process. Who knows? Geronimo!